following the Freedom Trail to the Cradle of Liberty, Faneuil Hall. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Boston, home of Game 2 of the Chicago Bulls-Boston Celtics matchup. I'm Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Clark Kellogg and Coach Mike Fratello. And Mike, Chicago hoping to even the series up here tonight.
And it won't be easy, not against this Celtics team. The Celtics are the favorites to come out of the East, and they've shown why that's the case with a convincing Game 1 win.
Very convincing. And the bright spot, Clark, from Game 1 for the Chicago Bulls, the production they got from the terrific Michael Jordan.
How about his performance? Didn't look like he had been bothered at all by that foot injury. 49 points, and he showed he's extremely ready for the big stage of the playoffs. But you know what? He's going to have to even be better for them to get the win tonight.
That's a good thought. And the Bulls will start with Charles Oakley and Dave Corzine at the 4 and 5. And in the point will be Kyle Macy. And on the wings, it's the fearsome duo of Michael Jordan and the Iceman, George Gervin. And the Celtics on at front court. Bird and McHale at the forward, with Robert Parrish in the middle. The backcourt pairing for them, Dennis Johnson and Danny Ainge.
And the Bulls are in dire need to even this series. Losing by 17 points in Game 1, they need to make a statement tonight.
Now, here is Bird. 4 on the clock. The alley-oop. That's tipped. And he stays with it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
A defensive play like that early in the game can go a long way. Establishes an attitude that you want to have during the game.
Jordan outside. Here's the floater. They get it back. At the top of the key, Gervin finds himself wide open and drills it.
Not a quick release guy. Gervin does his best impression there.
And Clark, the Bulls can't fall down 0-2 in a 5-game series.
Hey, Kevin, it's hard enough to beat this Celtics team in any series, but to take 3 straight games from them, virtually impossible.
I think you're right.
You expect to get 2 points there. A little unlucky for them.
Here's Jordan.
Such a physical player. Jordan seems to embrace getting contact on the way up.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of the evening. They throw good, Jordan. And Jordan with 49 points the last game. Clark, any chance you think he'll match that?
I'm never comfortable betting against Michael Jordan, Kevin. This guy is so good and so amazing. He's got the skill and the will to do it. I think a lot depends on what kind of defense the Celtics play on.
And that's going to be the thing to watch. Macy passes to Gervin. Kicks it out to Jordan. Gets the jumper from the corner of the ball.
Oakley's such a good all-around team-first guy, setting up a shooter with a nice pass there.
They want to break this scoring drought, Mike.
Well, they've had a lid over the basket for a while now.
Indeed. Down low from 6 away. And there's Michael Jordan, the assist by Oakley. And that's now 6 points for Michael Jordan. Boston off to a slow start, searching for their first points of the game. And the big question and my problem for the Celtics: how do they slow down Michael Jordan?
Well, they sent a few options his way in Game 1. They know they need to be better and will still vary their looks.
Now with the inside in the Celtics game plan, let's send it over to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now, this young Michael Jordan has a lot of tools in his bag. The first thing the Celtics want to do is stop straight line drives. Guys have to rotate over and give him angles off of the basket. But Jordan is so good with his quick first move and then going vertical, it allows him to convert right over the top of defenses. Guys?
David, thank you. In Game 1, the Celtics tried 5 different defenders on Michael Jordan. And Mike, ultimately, he got a little fatigued, but not before he put up 49.
One of the assistant coaches with Chicago said about Jordan, he's got the jump shot ability of a Jerry West and the ability to go to the hoop of a Julius Erving. Pretty good people to be compared with.
Phenomenal comparison. I love that. And now, the first timeout called here for Boston.
Shooting too many blanks in this one to stay close.
Maybe try something different. Couldn't hurt at this point.
little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first.
And the Bulls unable to stay with the Celtics in game one. It was within reach until the fourth quarter, but fell 123 to 104.
And, you know, it really came down to the experience of the Celtics. That was a huge advantage for them. This is a group of championship players, and they had one of the best regular seasons ever as well.
Here's Bird after the made shot from Michael Jordan. Pass to McHale. Back to Ainge. The shot, no good. Good D by Jordan. To the inside. And the dunk by Corzine.
Tell you what, the Bulls have really done a terrific job not giving the Celtics crowd a reason to get into it at all.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Inside, Harris. And the layup's good off the glass.
An outstanding find by Johnson. Very comfortable at the 1 or the 2 spots.
And Clark, here's something that no team has been able to do. Slow down the Celtics front court.
Well, there's just so much talent. Actually, too much talent at every position to be able to plug all the holes. They hurt you at both ends of the floor, too. Bird, McHale, Parrish, all elite players.
I think someday all three will be in the Hall of Fame.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case.
Here's Johnson following the basket by Michael Jordan. Some changes for Boston. Second in for McHale. Ledman comes in for Ainge, and it's Seasting in for Johnson. Chicago also making some changes. Green, he's checked in for Oak, and Banks is subbed in for Kyle Mason. On defense, Chicago. Parrish outside, passes it to Wedman. They grab their own miss. Basket counts.
It's never easy trying to keep him off the glass. He's an absolute beast down there.
And the Bulls with possession. They're on a 16-6 run. Jordan out of the gates fast. Doesn't look shaky at all.
Early on, they built this lead on the power of paint points.
Being aggressive in the paint can take a team out of a game early. And you look at this Chicago team, and they aren't your typical 8 seeds.
You know, Mike, they didn't have Jordan for much of the season, and that certainly skews their record. But they are a fearless, confident, aggressive group that can hang with anybody when they're on their game.
Bird misses. Bulls leading by 12. Pass to Paxson. Over Walton. High post, Jordan. Parrish is there. A nice shot by Jordan.
Right out of the starting blocks. They've been dominant at the offensive end.
And that early momentum has helped them put together a nice lead.
Here's Wedman, and it's blocked by Jordan.
Yeah. Boy, much respect for the defensive Jordan. I mean, he gives his all on this end of the floor. I mean, fantastic at getting his hands up to block shots. Well, they had a plan coming into this one, and they have executed on it perfectly.
Yeah, getting out ahead early on by stifling the competition on both ends of the floor.
The shot by Seasting, no good. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Chicago. It's a 16-point game, and it goes down 2 points.
And, you know, their lead just continues to grow, and it's not just because of their offense. They're getting it done at both ends.
Yeah, their defense has been stellar as well. Great work on both ends.
Now, here is Bird. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Wedman the pass to Seasting. Out to Bird. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Banks and count it from 19 feet away.
As competitive as they come, Bird loves beating tight defense.
And here's Jordan outside. Traps in the tray. Jordan's got 21.
Hey, it's as plain as pound cake. Keep it simple. We want to see how big this league can get.
No such thing as running up the score at this level.
And so it's Chicago with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter in this round one matchup between the Chicago Bulls and the Boston Celtics. Bulls leading by 19.
And the plan for the Bulls this series is to try and slow things down. The Celtics want to get into an up-and-down game. Makes sense with all the weapons they have.
Terrific focus to get to the basket there.
Surprised they left them that much of a lane to work with.
Ainge is out there with Johnson. There's Bird. Then there's Kevin McHale. And it's Walton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Boston 5. Ainge against Jordan. Back to Johnson. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. And the slower the game gets, Clark, the more beneficial that is for the Bulls.
And, you know, that's not easy with all the great passes the Celtics have. The Bulls need to make sure they get back in transition because the Celtics are looking to push it every chance they get.
Pushing that pace, you're right.
This is why he's a focal point of their offense, because they trust in his ability to shoulder them when needed.
And he gets the bucket.
Solid pass by him. The moment he sees a guy ready to score, he starts working on getting him the ball.
To the middle. Out to Gervin. For 3, Paxson. Here's Oakley. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. You look at the numbers for Larry Bird this season, like 25, 10, and 7. I mean, numbers that he's put up for several seasons in a row now.
Bird has defined what the small forward position is all about. And that's 6'10", by the way. He impacts the floor in every metric. I'm ready to call him the best small forward ever. Wow. It would take a special talent to knock him off that pedestal.
And coming from you, that's high praise. And now, let's head over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Both teams have made veteran acquisitions to bolster their rotations. For the Bulls, it's the Iceman, George Gervin. He'll be 34 a week from today. It's his 14th season after playing in San Antonio most of his career. The 7th all-time leading scorer with more than 26,000 points. His all-time playoff scoring average is right behind Jerry West. That's a pretty good scoring punch. Back to you.
Well said. It is indeed. Thanks, D.A. George Gervin shot 47% this season, Clark, the lowest of his career. But that's because he had fewer opportunities. But you and I know he can still fill it up.
There is no denying that, Kevin. He's been a tremendous scorer throughout his career, one of the very best. And we know George Gervin can finger roll.
Well said. You know, you have to give credit to the Bulls so far. Clark, they've managed to slow down the Celtics' big 3.
Well, Kevin, they knew they had to be better to give themselves a chance. I mean, so far, I think they've answered the call quite well.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Straight up facts here, guys. They are getting destroyed down low.
Points in the paint, the topic of this timeout conversation. They need to play with more pride.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Mike looking at the 2 stars for the team. Michael Jordan right now with the edge over Larry Bird.
And Jordan is a much more pure scorer than Bird. Still, you expect Bird to crank it up later if this team needs his scoring play.
And they're going to.
And during the season, Boston took 5 of the 6 meetings. But Boston was beating just about everyone at that rate.
And so he makes both from the line. And only one of those meetings between Boston and Chicago, Clark, featured the Bulls at full strength.
You know, Jordan only played the Celtics once in the regular season, Kevin. It was his 4th game back from injury. We're seeing how different those matchups could have gone had he been healthy.
It's a solid observation.
The lead pass, executing one, takes a high basketball IQ.
Here's Jordan. Got it. Good job in the low post. Jordan's got 8 points in the quarter. Mike, the Celtics still looking for an answer to Michael Jordan.
And you might see more double teams and triple teams at the rate he's scoring. He's on his way to another monster game scoring tonight.
Now here's McHale. Takes a shot at the elbow. It's hauled in by Oakley. Oakley's got 5 rebounds tonight. And 3 from Jordan. Connects from 3-point range. Jordan's got 32 points.
Wow, the rare deep ball from Jordan. Can't leave him open like that.
Gervin against Bird. 18 feet out. That one doesn't drop. And the Bulls going the other way now. Gervin passes to Oakley. Over McHale. Another one falls for Chicago.
Giving up mid-range looks to a shooter like him, not going to help you get out of this hole.
Yeah, time for a change because right now they're just getting beat up.
Johnson attacking. Kicks it out to McHale. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
You know, we all know about the Boston home court advantage. They won 40 games here during the regular season. A dominating home court advantage for the Celtics this year. Hey, the field goal percentages tell the full story. One team is playing more smart and efficient basketball.
And the other, not so smart. They're playing too fast, not getting good looks, forcing things.
Here's McHale. Following the basket by Michael Jordan. And McHale gets it to go. And Mike, the Celtics, as you said, so dominant at home.
And that home record has everyone in the East nervous about playing. The Celtics can make the most out of a home court advantage. Hard to see anybody taking many games here.
Some changes for Boston. Parrish comes in for Walt, and it's Easting in for Johnson.
Whether he's protecting the rim or setting screens on offense, Corzine hits you like a brick wall.
Here's Jordan. And the dunk by Jordan.
Sticking to the basics. Hey, the fundamentals never go out of style. No reason to risk the fast break on a showboat shot.
Absolutely agree. Just take those easy points when you can get them.
Evans check in for Danny Ainge.
Checking in for Boston, Scott Wedman.
Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. And it's Bird missing.
Got the look he wanted. Sometimes it just doesn't go down.
And three from Jordan. Offensive rebound. Now the pass to Macy. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Jordan with the bucket.
Efficiency personified there. Jordan scoring at will, taking over the game whenever he chooses.
19 seconds left in the second quarter. Seasting passes to McHale. Over to the wing. 5 on the clock. Edmond can't get it to go. And here's Jordan out. What a play. Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
They already had the momentum going to the break. Now they've got even more of it.
Michael Jordan getting it done for the Bulls. And with his work in that quarter, he has 5 3-pointers in the game now. Quite a showing from long range. Right back after this break. It's called the City of Champions. The third quarter set to get underway here at the Garden. We're here in Boston for Game 2 of the Bulls and Celtics. Second half of play getting going here in Boston. And here is Macy. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
You look at the firepower of this Boston team. 3 All-Stars in Bird, McHale, and Parrish. And this core has been together for their latest title runs.
And now, let's go to D.A.
Thanks very much. Now, we know about Larry Bird's determination at certain points, but Michael Jordan has some of those same qualities. He missed 64 games this season with a broken left foot, and Chicago management didn't want him to play anymore. But he put that foot down, citing his love of the game clause that's in his contract, which allows him to play whenever he wants, and he said, I'm going to play basketball. That's what I am, a basketball player. He's back on the floor. Guys?
David, thank you. It's a great story. Michael loves to play the game, Mike Fratello.
And he rarely seems to get tired. Some people have speculated that because he missed a great deal of the season, he doesn't have the normal fatigue at this time of year.
Taking a look at the Bulls, we've got Gervin. Jordan is out there first. Then it's Corzine. And it's Oakley in at the 4 slot.
The long arms of Parrish, using that incredible length to do damage on the offensive glass.
And Macy kicks to Jordan. Shoots over Johnson. No good from Jordan.
Looking at the way Jordan finished the regular season, you had to know that he was on the verge of having a stellar playoff run. Scary to think how good he'll be in the coming years.
Mike, his work ethic, I know, impresses you so much. And the Bulls with another miss.
That's a shot he'd like back. Won't miss those very often.
Well, a good look. You keep getting shots like that, they'll be all right.
Bucket is good. Johnson's got 6 points.
You see how opportunistic Johnson is, sprinting down the floor in transition.
Here's Macy. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Macy's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Bulls. Here's Boston now. Almost 30 points per game for Michael Jordan. Mike, in the final 5 games of the season, an unbelievable streak.
And the future for Jordan looks bright as ever. Starting to show he's more than just a high flyer. He started to develop the skills to score at all levels of the floor.
You sound like a coach. I know you appreciate that game so much. Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Green comes in for Charles Oakley. And it's Jackson in for Mason.
And what a finisher Jordan is on these slams. Putting on a show for the fans.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Johnson outside.
Chicago foul call. John Paxson. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Pass to Ainge. To the paint. Here's Parrish.
And when you look at that stacked 84 draft class, obviously there's Jordan. Some incredible talents in just their second season.
And now they're just 1 foul away from being in the bonus.
I expect to see them attacking more now, trying to get the defense to give up that next foul.
Passes to Ainge. Shoots over Jordan. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Like a lot of impact players coming in that 1984 draft class in the NBA.
And the talent is at all positions. Great guards, forwards, and of course, Hakeem as a center. Could go down as one of the best draft classes in a long, long time.
You are so right. Now Parrish. Following the three-point attempt by Michael Jordan. Like the way this game has gone, the Celtics cannot slow down Michael Jordan.
Well, they've tried some different looks in the first half, but nothing seems to be the answer for Jordan.
You're right.
Powering his way to the rack. I love when Jordan shows no mercy on the rim.
Offensively, Clark, things have sort of fallen apart for him.
And they need to recover as soon as possible. You got to have a good basketball IQ to be effective. I love the decision to kick it out.
Here's Jordan. After Kevin McHale's
Michael Jordan.
the total for Jordan keeps on climbing. He's now past 49. And striking by Jordan. Pushing it up. And he wheels that one, sinking right through off the back iron.
It's not his forte, but Charles has worked hard on his jump shot. Oakley can knock him down now.
A wide open look for Bird. And a miss there on the triple.
Normally, he makes those shots, but he's having his off night.
And Jordan continues to be the dominant scoring force on the floor. Bird can't even keep up with him.
That's no knock on Bird. That's just how special Jordan is. He is putting on an absolute show in this game.
I bet Bird is here to see it. And the dominance of the Celtics, Mike, have shown again this season. It feels like it's their year.
They know it's championship or bust for them. They figure they'll be tested on the way and could also have to deal with their old pals, the Lakers. But all season long, they have been the front runner, and that won't change until they're knocked out.
They've got the target on their back for sure. Just 3 to shoot. And here's Bird from the arc. Rebound by the Bulls.
I tell you what, you can feel their frustration underneath the surface. It's actually palpable with all these misses.
They're trying to shake it off, but every time they come up short, the panic starts to set in.
And some changes for the Celtics. Walton's check in for McHale. And it's Hastings in for Danny Ainge. Johnson dishes to Bird. Back to Johnson. Celtics passing it around. Hastings passes to Pitt. And again, unable to change momentum here. And here's Jordan outside. Another three for Chicago.
Ever since halftime, they have been parked out at the arc, dropping bomb after bomb.
And who can blame them? When you're hitting like this, you've got to just keep it going.
Now, here is Bird. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Hastings. And he makes good on the layup.
Superb use of the pick and roll. Seasting realizes exactly how to break down defense.
Here's Jordan. And then Jordan slams it in.
I can't believe what I just saw. What did I just see? Oh, my.
I don't know, but it was something special, and I cannot get it out of my brain.
You don't see many in-game dunks that look like that.
Michael Jordan getting it done for the Bulls. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance. Making a difference from long range in this one. We've got more in store for you right after this. Final quarter of play starting in this Game 2 matchup between Chicago and Boston. Here is Seasting.
And with the injury Jordan sustained this year, he has about as fresh of legs as anyone. He showed that in Game 1.
Clock at 4. From 12 feet out. And it's tight missing.
Couldn't convert the bunny. That one was right there for him.
And Jordan with the broken foot earlier this season, Clark. Boy, right now he looks 100%, doesn't he?
You know exactly right, Kevin. He had some games towards the end of the year to get himself acclimated and going again. But as you said, he looks locked in now with no holds barred on his game.
No limits at all.
Exactly.
Wedman is out there with Walton. Then there's Seasting. Then it's Vincent. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. And in a shocker in this one, Clark, the Boston front court has been outplayed by the Chicago Bulls. Unbelievable.
Really unbelievable. I mean, nobody would have guessed that would happen, Kevin. Not even the Bulls players. I think they're surprised.
Chicago foul call.
Boston making a switch here. McHale's checked in.
First team foul.
Boston with the ball.
Kevin McHale.
Here is Seasting. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Lobbed up there for Green. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Here's Jordan. What a game from Jordan, Mike. He continues to add to his new record with every score.
I've never seen anything like this. This is as perfect a dominating performance as I've ever seen.
Perfect is a great word to use. Pass to Vincent. And here is McHale. Over Green. Nice follow through on the fadeaway. That's now 8 points for Kevin McHale.
And, you know, part of the reason why the Celtics feel comfortable pushing the tempo, the development of Danny Ainge, it gives them another option to initiate the fast breaks. Down the stretch, when you need buckets, go to the guy who's gotten you this far.
Yeah, he's been relentless.
Seasting passes to Wedman. The pass to Seasting. Shoots over Jordan. The shot by Seasting, no good. Mike Ainge, a player that makes a difference off the stat sheet, always doing the little thing.
He's an X factor for the Celtics. He can spark the team with a few hustle plays, three-pointers, a great fit alongside the rest of the Boston Stars.
Terrific fit. Coach, they're ice cold on the offensive end.
Well, something has to change.
Tell you what, you look at the rebounding discrepancy in this one, and it's obvious they made a concerted effort to dominate the glass.
Yeah, they've been the more determined team, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Bulls foul. Jimmy Bucks. First personal foul. Second team foul. Now into the lineup for the Bulls. Michael Holton.
Here is Seasting. He's covered by Washington. And there's the bucket from Seasting.
Inside, amongst the trees, Seasting relies on his quickness. That's how he beats bigger guys.
Pass to Washington. Good, and it's Jordan picking up the assist.
They're not just on fire. Nothing is getting in their way on offense.
It's practically supernatural. The defense is trying everything.
Here's Vincent. Wedman the pass to McHale. Nice ball movement by Boston. They get it back, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul, third team foul. Shooting for Boston, Greg Kite at the line for 2.
And that one misses. And the Bulls with some changes. Dave Corzine, he's checked in for Washington. Oakley comes in for Green, and Gervin subbed in for Banks. And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 14-5 run. Jordan the pass to Holton. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Holton's got his first 2 points of the night. And so it's Boston with it. Ball's knocked loose. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Vincent, guarded by Gervin. Vincent the pass to Wedman. And another miss by Boston. And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for Chicago. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Goes back up. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Yeah, we know Jordan is a master from the mid-range. Whether he's squared up or falling away, you feel like it's going to splash.
And so it's Boston with it. Seasting passes to Vincent. 1:06 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's McHale. Boston again missing.
And he knows he's got to convert in these situations. No excuse given the limited defense on him.
Clark, can you believe it? Jordan is now at the 70-point mark of this game.
I can't believe it, but it is a performance for the ages. What a way to make a name for yourself, Michael Jordan. I'm bowing to you right now.
You want to be like Mike, don't you?
I certainly wouldn't mind doing what he's doing.
And there's the call on Michael Jordan. That will get him his fourth foul of the game. He's checked in for Boston. 40 seconds left in the game.
Bulls foul. Michael Holton. Second personal foul. Fifth team foul.
And he makes the first.
Your Celtics. Sam Vincent taking 2 shots.
So he gets them both. Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 20-7 run. Gervin passes to Corzine. Lets it go from the wing. Michael Jordan again.
They've turned it up a notch here during this home stretch.
Yeah, saving their best basketball for when it mattered the most. That's how you secure a win.
Into the lane.
My goodness.
He's got that ball on a string. Jordan using his smooth handles to get that bucket.
Here's Vincent. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Wedman. And the foul on George Gervin. That's his first foul of the game. And the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Shooting.
And the first one at the line is good.
Scott Wedman. 2 shots.
Both good from the line that time. There's 14 seconds left to play in the final quarter. From deep, Jordan. The rebound by Walton. Here's Vincent. And amazingly, the Bulls, Mike, have come into Boston and gotten a win. Great performance from them.
And with the series tied at 1-1, the next series in Chicago, the Bulls now have a real look at pulling off a miracle.
Well, Clark, the Celtic fans have to be feeling a little bit nervous after losing this game at home.
No doubt about it, especially when they have to deal with Michael Jordan in Chicago the next few games. Jordan at home has been electric, and if he gets hot, the Celtics...